Hi there. I know I look crazy, like, hi there. Okay. I wanted to talk about, okay, you guys, first of all, this is my really first YouTube video. And it's like a little difficult to talk because you guys know my little situation. But for the most part, you can't really tell. Okay. So, who watched Nappily Ever After? Okay, I gotta put this in there too. So I had a YouTube page I started like 6 or 7 years ago. It's called Five Martinis. Five Martinis, because a friend of mine and I used to always like, let's go have a drink. And then we'd be like, okay, we're going to drink 5 martinis, because we would talk about martini moments and how many martinis we needed to get through the night. And average back in my heyday, it was 5. Now it's like 2. Okay, so I want you guys to please go to 5 martinis and subscribe to my channel, because YouTube changed the guidelines and now you have to have like 1,000 followers in order to get subscribers, rather, in order to get it monetized. And I only have like 640. Ain't that nothing? Okay. So Nappily Ever After was interesting. And it was interesting because, we love our long hair and maybe what society makes us feel. And I could really relate to Sanaa and her mom sitting there in the beginning, because my mom was always pressing my hair, and it still was a mess, but always straightening it out, burning your ears, burning your fingers, hold your ear, all of that. Like, why could we just not run around with our hair free and find some good hair products, okay? But it's an adjustment. Like, when I had to shave my hair off, the good thing was that it was around the time that this movie came out, well, the Netflix show Nappily Ever After, and everybody was like, oh, I see you're doing the Sanaa Lathan. And little did they know I was going through chemo and getting prepared for radiation. So they were like, the only thing you're going to have control over is your hair, so go ahead and cut it, instead of sitting there watching it fall out and crying about it. So I just went ahead, went to the barbershop, shout out to Rocky's Barbershop, and told them to just do it. The first time I did it low, like she had it, but the second time I went back and I was like, just do it lower. And that's when I was like really looking like somebody from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, okay? Oh my goodness. I just felt like I looked like chemo girl. That's what I used to call myself. Okay, so back to Sanaa. So she was trying to be like this perfect person for her mom, for her boyfriend. And isn't it funny how sometimes you can be like a little too perfect? Like, does anybody really want somebody that's totally perfect? Like, even when you are attracted to a guy, how perfect do you want that guy to be? Like, come on now. I don't know. It's something about when people are just super duper perfect that it's like, I don't know. So the guy was like, after 2 years of dating, and she thought that it was about to be on and popping for the engagement ring, this Negro pulls out a box, and she's opening the box up. That's when I knew it wasn't no engagement ring, because when a guy has a ring, he always has the ring in his hand, not giving you the box to open it up. So when she had to open that box up, and it was a bracelet, so we thought, and then he brought a bigger box, that's when I had a sigh of relief, like, oh, good, he's going to bring this bigger box, and she's going to get her ring. And it was a dog. Really? And it wasn't even like some little Yorkshire Terrier. I mean, the dog was okay. Was it a boxer? I don't remember. I was just like, I was disappointed in him. Like, he could have did better than that. But then when she asked him about marrying her, and he was like, we only been dating 2 years. Why would I marry you? Like, why is that the next step? But you know what? Shout out to Sanaa, and I cannot remember her name in the show. No, Vi. Her name was Vi. Shout out to her for saying, look, I wanted a boyfriend. Hey, Jalen, can you turn the air off? Okay. Okay. Shout out to her for saying, I wanted a husband, not a boyfriend. I wanted a ring, not a dog. Because a lot of women just stick around, stick around, stick around without the guts to say it. Okay, so now that my son went outside, I'm going to share something with you. So basically, that's what happened with his dad. You know, like once I got pregnant, I was like, okay, so what's the next step? And he was like, well, I feel like if I'm going to be pregnant and I really love you, well, really like you, love you, kind of, because we didn't even know each other that long. I know, long story. But anyway, I was like, so he said, well, I don't believe in marriage. What do you mean you don't believe in marriage? So why would I stay in a relationship with someone who tells me they don't believe in marriage? Instead of me staying with him, trying to make him want to marry me, I was like, all right. So I put all his stuff in a hefty bag, sat it by the door because my parents were coming soon. I didn't want them to know he even had stuff there. And I was like, you got to go. And I was like, so from now on, it's strictly business. And I shouldn't have said that because, you know, we are getting off the whole tonight thing. The bottom line is I wasn't going to stick around and be with someone who told me what they were about and not about marriage. And his girlfriend after me, who did stick around, I mean, she stayed with him 17 years, and finally he asked her to, I think it was, Jayla was 18. So yeah, it was about 17 years. Like, I'm not living with nobody for no 17 years and be like, that, yes, Gina, I will marry you, like on Martin. Mm-mm. But I do like the fact that Sanaa just said, all right then, peace out. So then she befriends a little girl that she didn't, well, when she finally vindicated herself and cut all her hair